It's such a pleasure to meet you again after so many years. We met first in 2014. We were just about organizing the very first Central European Startup Awards for 8 countries in the Central Eastern European region. And you were winning the Startup of the Year category with your back then new innovation called
CryptTalk.
And you just recently had an exit, not precisely from CryptTalk, but somehow something which was an evolutionary step from those days. So as a first step, could you please say a few words about you, yourself, your company?
Thank you, Peter. So back in 2014, we've been nominated for Startup of the Year. And actually, you also gave me the Startup of the Year award in Hungary. And with my founding partner, Attila Megyeri, we started as telecommunication engineers, providing call center solutions and PBXs. And the product you've been talking about, CryptTalk, is a secure calling and messaging solution, which was an evolution basically of our original product from that PBX and telephony world. Our customers turned to us that, hey guys, could you make our communication secure? We are afraid that someone is tapping our calls or can listen into our conversations. And we created this solution to make them safe. And basically that product was nominated at that time, or that team with their solution was nominated that time for Startup of the Year. Actually, that was a pretty successful event for us because we also won the Development Heroes.
It's true, I forgot about
Central
that.
European region.
And this is the original trophy that you got back in the days.
It's an 11-old piece of wood. I'm pretty proud that when you came around, it was in my house and we could dig it out. And long story short, besides the telephony, the secure communication solution, we had that traditional telephony business solution development unit, what is known today as Arenim Intel. And that company of ours, because we made a spin-off or turned it into a separate company, that company has lately been purchased by Constellation Software Inc, what is a listed company on the Toronto Stock Exchange and the largest vertical software company of the globe. And we became part of that larger organization. So that was our latest large success, and I'm very proud of my team. I'm very happy with my founding partner, and I'm very grateful that we are one of those startups who did not die.
Probably one of the only, I mean the one and only.
We should look
from
it up.
That round of applicants, right, back in the days. It's been 11 years now.
Yeah, it's been 11 years. So we founded the company in 2010. We won the Startup of the Year award in 2014, and basically the turning point was somewhere around 2018 when we decided with Attila that we want to take a step back, find someone who can run the daily operation and later become the CEO of our company, and we can take care more of the strategical development of the company and helicopter view of the whole thing. And actually Arenim became a small group of software companies. So we have altogether 4 companies what we run today, and one of them which exited was Arenim Technologies Kft. From Hungary, so with the development center in Budapest. And the story goes on. So Arenim Intel is now part of the Constellation family. Just to give you a dimension, Constellation Software has more than $10 billion of revenues, more than 65,000 employees, a little bit larger than we were or we are. So from 25 now we jumped a little bit.
Tens of thousands.
Yeah. Actually, last week we just filled in a tender application, and we had to provide the number of employees in the company, 25. And we had to also provide information about the corporation, what we are part of. And that was the first time when I did not feel small because we had to write 65,000 plus employees with a capitalization of 75 billion. So this is a new situation. Opening doors in the last weeks became easier.
Yeah, but I mean, it sounds like an easy ride, but I know it was not an easy ride, and especially because I have a huge respect for many things that you achieved with this, but especially that you did it in a bootstrapped way. So you had some investors in the very beginning. As much as you want to share about them, I would appreciate that. And you know, what was the story there? How did you start? Why did you start? How did you survive the first few years? Why did you decide not to have investors?
You are definitely right. It was a tough ride. And first of all, we had some investors in the CryptTalk business unit, so the secure communication business unit. And basically, I have to admit what we have created originally there did not work out. So we were trying to target the B2C market, but that product wasn't capable to generate money. And we still have the cybersecurity business unit. The company is called Arenim Infosec. And we have, so to say, follow-up product of CryptTalk, what is a post-quantum solution. So provides protection against quantum computers. So that product is still alive, but that became more a platform for putting additional secure communication applications on top of it. Arenim Intel was something we didn't really want it to create, because we are telephony engineers with my founding partner. We used to work for large organizations, and we never thought that we can anyway compete with large players like Cisco or Avaya. And some of our early customers turned to us that, guys, could you do me this and that? And we have always turned them down. That was in 2008, 2009. And that time was the crisis. Everyone was struggling, and we are saying no to potential customers. And after the fifth such turn down, we had to discuss this with my partner and say, hey, maybe there is something over there, and we should anyway start to develop a cloud-based call center. And we have found a model that can compete with the large players. So from on-site, we went into the cloud. From one-off investment, we have provided an OPEX-based payment model. So we started to generate recurring revenue. And basically, this is something what became hot in the latest years. So everyone wants to buy cloud solutions. Everyone, from investor perspective, would like to invest into companies that can generate stable recurring revenues with hundreds of customers. And basically, that was Arenim Intel. Arenim Intel turned into this. And that's why the Constellation Group and their European investment company, Vesta, was interested about the thing, and we could get to an exit. So basically, there were several ways we tried to go. And if you are talking about a tough ride, let me emphasize that altogether we had 11 products, and only 2 of them survived, so QuantPhone and Arenim Intel. So the lesson learned is that the chance that you can succeed is linearly grows with the number of trials you do. So never give up. Always try it one more time.
You also had to give up for the other 9 products, right? So you had to feel somehow, was it the market that you listened to when you decided to give up some of them, or
the other way around? Okay. We started those products without listening to the market. So we thought we are marvelous engineers, and behind closed doors in our office, we can figure out what the world needs. And we thought our marvelous ideas can be sold to customers without asking them.
So the 2 products that survived did not have that approach from you?
Actually, after a while, when we have failed several times, we started to listen. Instead of talking what I want to sell to you, we started to listen and ask questions what you are looking for, and that was a flipping or a turning point of the whole story. And both of these services has been built the way that our customers told us what they need, and we are supplying needs.
Yeah, and you simply listened and created what they required.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. Nice.
It seems now.
And what's the reason why you decided not to involve investors on the ride?
Working together with investors can make your life very, very complicated. And so first of all, with CryptTalk, we had some seed funding, but after a while, we had to quit that kind of cooperation. We bought out our ex-investors and basically restarted with secure software development. So now what we call our cybersecurity department is completely different what we had back in 2014. And investors, in some cases, are impatient. They cannot be patient with you because, let's say, after 5 years, they have to sell their part in your company or get out of that investment. And in our first 7 years, we roughly did not generate any revenues. So hereby I have to thank for our wives that they earn money, and we could go with minimal loans with my founding partner Attila, and after 7 years we have started to generate our first little revenues, and that is a time span where investors
but it makes sense looking back. But when you were there, didn't you have this kind of at least question popping up whether you should get investors in or not? Because obviously now it makes a lot of sense looking back again.
Okay, so with Arenim Intel, at the very beginning, we didn't want it to invest into Arenim Intel, nor time nor money, because we did not believe in the existence of such a product because of the big players. So we did not raise any money for that business because we were afraid if we raise money, we will get into a loop or into a situation where it is really hard to get out, or it will be conflictful and hard to close. So we said, okay, let's give it a try. If requests are coming in, we will provide the solution, but we are not pushing for that. And on the other hand, we we strongly believed in CryptTalk, in the secure communication product. And in those years, the Snowden scandal popped up, what basically started to fuel the whole thing. And we had a feeling if we do not speed up, we do not focus, we will be left behind. And that's why we decided to raise some money to be able to start basically the development, hire some extra people, and proceed with the whole thing. But getting back to the beginning, CryptTalk, as it started, unfortunately failed. So we really, first the B2C went down, then we were trying the B2B and B2G. It was really, really hard. For some reason, people didn't want to buy those solutions. And basically these secure communication things are becoming interesting right now, but not in that form as we thought, because now we started to use our existing peer-to-peer communication platform for building additional applications on the top of it. So our team is now making money not out of the original product, but from white labeling solutions and modified
and practically
versions.
The knowledge
it's
that
a technology
you
platform,
learned, right?
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. And can you mention some of the, I don't know, spotlights from your journey, both positive and negative, that other entrepreneurs could learn from?
Wow, I think we should sit here for 2 days.
Okay.
The negative, the negative.
Then let's stay positive.
Okay.
But how you overcame some of the seemingly impossible challenges? A few examples, if you have.
We had a very basic strategy from the beginning. We wanted this so hard We are the type of guys with Attila who basically did not have a plan B. So we decided to go this entrepreneur way and make our own ideas come true. And no matter what, we were fighting with that. We were very, very lucky that we started it very early. So I did not have kids when we had to work 14, 16 hours a day, every day, every week of the year. Attila had his son already, but he could manage it, and we both had family support, not financially, but our families always been behind us, and they never questioned what we are doing, and that's already
they give you full trust.
Yeah, that's already a huge advantage. And I think one thing is that if you decide to do something, do it right, give it focus, and give it time. So success doesn't just comes to your table. Success needs to be earned, and you have to work hard on that. And during this way, we had a lot of heavy situations or hard situations. We had to learn a lot. We had to modify and adjust. And
were you close to kind of bankruptcy?
Bankruptcy, I wouldn't say, but there was a definite situation where I said to one of our advisors that I'm sorry, screw this. Let's go home. Let's create a CV and go work somewhere because I might earn more with my previous experiences than what we are doing right now. But that guy told me, he was a very wise person, that Sabi, you are unemployable. Mm-hmm. So I thought about that. Okay, you might be right. Yeah. I don't want to work for someone else. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. So we were. I wouldn't say that we were close giving up. I say that we had some very difficult situations, but somehow we always found a way.
Okay. And now switching to nowadays, how did you celebrate your exit? So, and how could you process it at all?
The processing is still in progress, I have to say. I'm doing right now a closing ceremony. Always when something big happens in my life, I need a ceremony to close it down. And the closing ceremony is that I purchased a giant Lego Star Wars Evoque Village, and I'm just building it with my kids. So that's part of the therapy what I'm going through. But very important, the story is not closed or over. So we stay with Arenim Intel as advisors because we are excited where this thing can grow and what we can learn as part of a large organization. So this will be a part of our life with Attila right now. But the main focus will be now the cybersecurity business of ours. We are looking there for new projects, new partners. That should be the main focus. And I'm also leaving a little part, let's say half day, 1 day per week for fun activities, so to say. Fun activities like a lot of companies are reaching out now to us after an exit and asking questions that, guys, how did you get there? What was the turning point? And I don't want to play an advisor because I had one exit, but what I'm happy to talk about is the journey, the failures we made, and basically the last 9 months where we made a deal, because that was a very hard part, both mentally, emotion-wise, and it was. It's a one-of-a-kind experience. So until you are not there, you cannot learn it from a book.
Of course. And how did you get there? What was the turning point?
The turning point was when we decided to make a successful company. So not an IT company what just brings you some money, you can buy your house, buy your car, and have a nice living. But we wanted to grow more. And we also knew with Attila, after the first, let's say, 50 customers, that we have to start implement processes. And we decided also to step back from the daily operations, because we don't like to do the daily drill for the 50th time, the same thing again. And that was when we decided to hire someone who can help us with the daily operation. That is our current CEO, János Angyal. And I'm very grateful for him that he came with us on this journey. And János joined us first as head of operations. So he was the guy who created those processes, what we already didn't want to do by ourselves. He is the guy who could step up and introduce strict reporting and command lines, and we started to become a much more professional organization. So until 2018, we were a very, very typical startup, zero processes. We've been always doing what we had to do, but not that organized, I would say. The headline was always clear, but no documentation, no processes, and someone had to come in and help for us with that. And when János joined us with Attila, we have earned a lot of free time, and we could start to think about strategy, how to bring the company to the next level, reach out to international partners or larger partners. And that's how it started to, that was the turning point, that we made the decision. Actually, there was one more thing. We made a so-called Arenim 10 Commandments. And this is a document, kind of a code of conduct that defines our values and how we work as a team. What are the things, the narrative, what you have to follow when you join your team. And we created this document because when János was joining us, he asked us the question, guys, how you do this? What do you think about that? What is your strategy with this and that? And we said, we have the answers, but we should put together into a document, and that's the Arenim 10 Commandments.
And did you feel the importance of doing it back in the days?
Definitely. Still today, this is a document was survived. Still today, if someone...
I understand that you see now, but back then, did you feel really deeply that it's something very important? Because I know many people who do it just for the sake of doing it, right? Because others are doing it as well,
When you're hiring someone walks in the door, through the door, and you also have to introduce your company. I think it's a very good thing that day zero or before day zero, day -1, settle the circumstances or the requirements of being an Arenim team member. And that's what we did with this document. And it's a very good thing, but because each and every year we take a look on that, just to refresh it. When someone new joins us, has to read it and accept it. And when people leave our company, the fluctuation is very, very low in our company. This was one of our greatest value, I guess. But even when someone leaves the company, this is because I can show at least 2-3 points from the 10 commandments which you cannot comply with anymore. And if we get to this point, we have to say goodbye to each other. Our core team did not change in the last 10 years. So if you're buying a company, I think this is very important for you that you have people who are stable and not willing to leave. And it was also important that as we've been working together for a long time with these people, basically grow up together. So we saw how the others get married and gets children and buys their first house or whatever. And we are more than just a team of or colleagues. We are more kind of a community or a family. And this document also protects us, what I mentioned. And if you can count on the others that they will stay with the company, simply feel more safe. Everything is
people
changing
feel
around
more
you.
belonging to something, right? As
Yeah.
you said, the community thing. But what is also interesting now, you opened up a door in my brain, which started, creating more questions around, the acquisition itself. So first question, which happened first? That you decided that you would like to sell it, or the opportunity popped up and then you started getting prepared for that?
The second option. Basically, we were not looking for selling the company right now, especially Arenim Intel. We've been looking for international partners, and we have engaged an advisor company with that, and they started to look for partners. And somehow during this
Partners means that they buy in?
No,
or-
business partners who
Okay.
can resell our
Kind of
products.
clients. Oh, resellers. Resellers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we decided to go with indirect sales channels. We've been looking for white labeling, reselling partners, and on this path, we have somehow met the team of Vesta, and they said, "Okay, guys, let's talk. We do this and that." And we didn't want it to sell the company, but we been engaged in a conversation. That conversation very fast turned into an offer. And if you have an offer on your table, that's the point when you start to think about it. So
It was not the first time, right? When someone was interested in buying, or was it the first time?
Basically, there were several reach outs. We had some conversations, but we didn't want to engage. We couldn't imagine an exit at that point or with those players.
So timing also played a crucial role in the fact that it eventually happened, but or was
it
there
was more the
anything else?
investor what was interesting for us, because Vesta has a strategy of buying and holding forever. I never saw this before, that someone buys a company and not willing to resell it in 3 or 5
Or
years.
completely
With some
just
margin.
burn it up, the brand and everything.
Yeah. And basically that was one of the most important things, that they wanted to buy the company, keep the brand, and basically let our team to keep on doing the work what we have been doing. They don't have any other call center and telephony product developer company in their portfolio, what is a great opportunity for us, because they have an enormous network what we can hopefully utilize, or where we can reach out. And they keep the management, they keep the people, so they didn't buy us for the technology or for the customers as part of an asset deal. They purchased us because we had revenues, we've been generating margin, and they believe that this is a kind of software what can fit into their vertical market strategy.
What did the team say about it? How did you introduce them the idea of being sold?
That was a very exciting day for me. I was tossing and turning the night before. I was really excited what they are going to say, but they acted very professionally. They took it very positively, and of course, we were also very, very transparent with them. Why we did this, what was our decision, and what is going to be the profit or the advantage for the team that we have joined the Constellation family.
I have a question around it. I'm not sure if you can answer it or want to answer it. If no, then sorry for even asking. But did they get any financial benefits out of the exit point, the team?
You mean
any bonus or whatever extra, so they were also kind of financially motivated?
This is something you two or Andy, what I unfortunately cannot answer to you.
I fully understand, yeah.
But what I can tell you, that this acquisition, at least or latest midterm, is going to be an advantage for all our colleagues. Just imagine that now we are part of a company or a group of companies with 1,700 companies. These companies has knowledge transfers, information exchange. We will have access to such market information all around software as a service companies, what we could not imagine before. And now we are not a small company anymore. We can now provide an international potential for our employees.
Yeah.
That wasn't something on the table.
I fully understand those benefits, and sorry again that I started asking sensitive questions, but I was just very curious.
About the exit parameters, I will also not be able to.
Of course, I know that, and I appreciate it, and I didn't want to go that deep into that. Yeah, so the acquisition happened, and is still in a way ongoing now, in the meaning of integration, I guess, of the team and processes and everything. You also mentioned the celebration side, building up the Lego, Star Wars.
Actually, I didn't tell you the celebration side. So first of all, for Attila and me, there was no celebration when we signed the contract. That was an awkward situation because there's a process called FDI, foreign direct investment, and ministries has to approve that a foreign company gets majority share in your company, and that's what happened. So on the day when we have basically signed the contract, we could not, open a bottle of champagne and start to celebrate, but those documents had to go to the government for approval, but took several months. And that time when we were waiting for the approval, wow, that was paralyzing. We were fully in stress.
That was the most stressful period, actually.
Basically, that was for me more stressful than the whole negotiation process.
Yeah.
And after that, when we could publicly announce, so first we announced internally in our company, I was really happy that our colleagues took it very well. And on the evening, the buyers' representatives been in our office, 6 or 7 people. And in the evening, we were already having chats, drinking together some champagne and having a little party in the office. And basically, the integration immediately started on that evening, and the cultural integration. And that was a very, very important thing. And I think we will be in good hands.
But now the acceptance, the approval came from the government, and now everything is...
Yeah. So first, today is the 27th of September 2025, and on the 1st of August, we could announce the sales internally.
Could it have turned really badly if, let's say, for whatever reason, the company steps back or you don't get the government approval? How you could have gone forward with the company?
I think we would have pushed.
So you would just go back to day one, practically
daily work, and we do it. And basically, the governmental approval process in a normal case is not so interesting. But we had very, very small percentage of governmental revenues. And don't think about interesting governmental organizations, healthcare institute somewhere on the countryside and such stuff. But it has to be approved because that belongs to the government. And our plan was basically, if we get rejected, we cancel those contracts and we say we have no governmental customers anymore. I don't know if the buyer would have stayed with us and would have gone with a new approval process. We never discuss that. They were very confident that we are going to get this approval, but that's what I would have tried. But we are very happy that we didn't have to look for a plan B over here.
Absolutely. And what future brings now to you? I mean, you mentioned that you would like to keep on consulting on, focusing on the cybersecurity consulting. Is there anything else? Of course, you also mentioned that you still have advisory role in the company you sold, but is there anything else you're planning to do investments into startups, whatever you have on top of your brain?
First of all, we have to survive the next 3 to 6 months because we are still in the integration process with Arenim Intel into the Constellation world, and I'm very lucky that I don't have to do too much with that. But anyway, there are some tenders we are running, and I'm still advising, so we have a lot to do. With that, we have to redefine Arenim Group, because it changed. Now it's more like a secure communications software development company or organization. And we are a small team again. So we really have to redefine the message and rebuild our website, and the message for the market has to be also done. But this is going to be the main focus. This is a business what brings us our daily living, so to say, or cash flow. And this is our next venture, what we would like to build up and put it to a higher level. And as I told you, the fun part would be talking to some companies, looking at their status, helping them with some stuff. I'm not thinking about at this point doing any investments, because I have my own company where we might have to invest. But of course, if I find something interesting where I can be a hands-on investor, maybe,
or something that can potentially fit your new endeavors, right? Let's say,
yeah, definitely. So I'm not actively looking for startups to invest, but maybe if I meet a team or specific persons or ideas, I might contribute money or even our team or expertise. I don't know what's future. But now we are open for you.
And are you planning to slow down a little bit compared to the pace that you were maintaining?
I'm planning, but I don't know if it is going to work out, if I can do it. So this internal fire, what always pushes me forward, maybe I can calm down a little bit, but after everything is so to say settled or solved in the next couple of months, and I have spent some extra time with the family.
Knowing you, that moment will never come.
We will see. I would like to take care a little bit of my health, because I was not taking care of myself basically at all during the last year. So there are some things on my to-do list from this perspective. But as soon as these things are accomplished, I think I can still work. I'm still young.
You are, definitely. Just to wrap up, is there any advice you would give to fellow entrepreneurs, wannabe entrepreneurs, young people, thinking about becoming entrepreneurs? Anything that they usually don't get, but you believe they should?
So first of all, no one should be naive that this is an easy path. This is something where you really have to put the effort in. You have to sweat, struggle, restart, and you should really carefully think about it if you are up to doing this. Because once you start it, and this is my advice, never give up. So go for your dreams, go for your goals. But success is something what has to be earned. So be prepared for hard work, and always think about. I've seen several people trying it and failing, and a lot of those people who have failed now are very successful people in totally other things, maybe as part of an organization, as an employee or something, because they learned something during their past. But the most or the bad stories what I've seen was always around family, because I have seen some people who have sacrificed so much that basically their family tear apart or got divorced or something. And this is something what I advise, that you really have to think about what you sacrifice for your success. And if you can, so no pain, no gain, but think about what you give up or sacrifice for this story. But on the other hand, I also have to say that if you are curious, if you really want this, go for it. It's a marvelous journey. You will learn things and experience things what you can never learn from the book or as part of an existing company. And this is a great thing when, even if you can just build a very small company and do a basic living on that, because you do your everyday living out of something what you have created, and this is one of the best things I think what you can do.
And just another thing popped up when it comes to specifically young entrepreneurs, young people, who should they listen to and who shouldn't? Because you need advice. I mean, if you can just think about your own history, like how did you select people? Who were the ones you felt that you would love to listen to, and who were the ones that you just try to stay away from?
So first of all, stay away from the bad people.
Yes.
So if your gut feel says that something is not okay with that guy, then it's not okay with that guy. So you have to let this inner voice what's talking to you, you have to listen to that, just like listening to your customers. But this is a journey, and this is a school. It's one of the most expensive schools, I guess. And for us, took also years to learn whom to listen to and who is someone you shouldn't.
You can only learn it by experience and failures.
I think yes. So I cannot provide you, unfortunately, an answer with one sentence who to listen to. But I also have to say, when I had to make a complicated decision, just like saying with Attila, okay, we go into this transaction and sell Arenim Intel, we never listened to one person. We always, when we had our board of directors with CryptTalk, basically each and every person had his own perspective, and I was standing in the middle, and I had to put together on all the informations, and actually the direction what I went was never exactly the vector what others choose. So I think you should, and this is a hard thing today, you should be able to process the different informations or sources and make the best decision what you can come up with.
Because one of the first advice usually wannabe entrepreneurs get is not to do it, from many people, right? That's why I was curious how you see this question. But thank you so much. Is there anything you feel you would have loved to talk about in this conversation that I might have missed, out, didn't ask?
I could talk about our story or our experiences technically for days. I think the closing word from my side would be that I should say thank you, and I should be grateful for the support of our family, our friends, our team who stayed with us and really supported us and during this journey. I'm really grateful that we had all those experiences, especially the bad ones and the failures, because you can learn only from your failures. Always winning doesn't teach you anything. And I should say I can never be satisfied. I'm always looking for the next thing, and I can always think that things could go even better, or that wasn't enough what was achieved. But at this point of my life, I would like to express my gratitude for everybody who I met on this journey. And I also have to say thank you, because you were also part of our journey.
A tiny little part.
Yes, but definitely all these little steps, all these little puzzles are required or necessary to build this picture. And
you know what I'm grateful for? That we are still sitting here today after 11 years, so
Yeah.
to be precise, after meeting each other for the first time. And we somehow, with different pace, we have always been somehow in contact, in touch.
Yeah.
And it has never been about quick wins or selling anything to anyone, but more like real human feelings.
I think this could be a very good closing sentence. This whole startup thing or entrepreneurship is not about quick wins. So if you can accept this and hold on, I think you can make your dream come true and be successful. Just hold on, take care of yourself, your family, and it's gonna be
keep
okay.
on pushing. It's been a great pleasure, and we will stay in touch. And I wish you all the best for the upcoming things in your life.
Thank you very much. Great having you over here.
Thank you.